Ark Raiders is a survival shooter with a unique twist. The game is being developed by Embark Studios and is shaping up to be one of the more interesting multiplayer games on the horizon. The studio has announced a second tech test, which is basically a large-scale pre-release trial where players can jump into the game and try it out before it officially launches. This new round of testing will run from April the 30th to May the 4th, and it's the first time console players on PlayStation and Xbox will be able to join in and join players on PC that are playing through Steam and the Epic Game Store. And according to Alexander Grondel, who is the executive producer on the game, the last 6 months have all been about listening to player feedback and making changes to improve the overall gaming experience. The upcoming tech test will give the developers a chance to see how those changes perform when more players are involved in the game. They're especially looking for feedback on the game's progression system, combat mechanics, cross-platform performance, and the overall feel of the game now that it's more developed. So what exactly is Ark Raiders? Well, it's a PvPvE extraction shooter, which means you're not just fighting AI enemies, you're also fighting against other players. The game is set in a post-collapse world where players, known as raiders, explore dangerous areas to collect valuable resources. These areas are full of threats, including huge robotic enemies called Ark machines, as well as competing raiders who might try to ambush you and steal your loot. The game world, known as the Rust Belt, is a mix of abandoned cities and rugged wilderness. Players can team up in squads of up to 3 or go solo. During a run, you'll need to gather resources, fight enemies, and make it out alive with whatever gear you've collected. For every trip into the field is a gamble. Do you push further for better loot, or head back early and play it safe? The second tech test is adding a lot of new content and improvements, so you should expect to see new enemy types, more weapons and gear, expanded crafting and progression systems, and a first look at the game's Battle Pass system. Ark Raiders blends tense survival gameplay with more traditional shooter elements, and it's built to appeal to fans of extraction games like Escape from Tarkov, but with a more futuristic and sci-fi style. And at a price point of around £40, it's shaping up to be a mid-range title rather than a full AAA priced game, which could make it more accessible for players looking for a new multiplayer experience. The full game is scheduled to release in 2025, but this tech test will be a great chance for players to see how far the game has come and help shape it before launch. Now, I've seen some of the trailers and gameplay for Ark Raiders, and whilst I'm not a fan of live service games, if I compare this to Marathon, I would much rather prefer Ark Raiders than Marathon, just purely based on the look and feel of the game, the graphics, the art style. So although I'm not really hyped for Marathon, I would be prepared